Hello Cozy Gamers and welcome back to the Cozy Gaming Club where we talk about all the latest and greatest cozy games. How is it already June? This year is just racing by, but that means it's time for another monthly review video where I talk about all of the cozy games I played in May. This time we're starting with a game I thought I was gonna love, but I actually ended up having mixed feelings about. I'd like to start by saying Paper Trail is a phenomenal game, with an incredibly unique gameplay loop, where you fold the corners of the game around you to reveal new pathways, change the state of the world, and find hidden secrets. But it quickly becomes so much more than that with movable objects, warping, lasers, and more to keep each level interesting. The artwork is definitely one of the most impressive things about this game. The amount of detail that has been poured into every single page that you fold, both on the front and the back. It's so detailed and the devs have done an incredible job with it. But I found Paper Trail a little difficult at the beginning. You would think that folding a page to solve a puzzle would be simple. After all, there are only so many ways you can fold a page. For every level, I struggle to find the right way to move forward to continue with the game. I will say that they have an incredible hint system that will tell you how to fold a page in order without giving the whole puzzle away, and I found myself using this a lot. Honestly, it was a little frustrating, and I found myself unable to enjoy the game because it was so difficult to progress through it. I put Paper Trail down twice, adamant that I would not be returning to the game. Yet each time I found myself going back and wanting to play more, and by the time I reached the third area, I'd wrapped my head around the mechanics and I was enjoying it a little more. After tackling a few levels, the paper folding was finally starting to make sense in my mind. And although the later levels should have been more difficult, I actually found myself speeding through them quicker and needing less hints than I did in the earlier levels. One of the major drawbacks of this game for me are the characters and the story. They both felt really lackluster and didn't contribute to an overall story. Most of the characters you only meet in one area and there isn't a lot of dialogue there. Personally, I think I would have preferred Paige to just be traveling alone, exploring the different areas and reliving her history. In total, it took me around 6 hours to complete, entirely on my Steam Deck, and I'd probably recommend it if you love brain-teasing puzzle games and putting your thinking hat on. But not if you're looking for something with more of a story. If you've watched my channel recently, you'll know I am obsessed with this new farming sim, which was kindly gifted to me by the developers ahead of launch. In Little Known Galaxy, you play as a new captain in training who's just joined a space mission. Your crew are investigating a mysterious relic on a vacant grey planet, but there have been no leads for months and the last 3 captains have quickly quit. It's essentially Stardew Valley in space, and I quickly fell in love with the familiar formula of exploring to the deepest levels, trying to work out my crew's favourite gifts, all with a plot to go with it. One of the things that amazed me about Little Known Galaxy is that it's doing something different to other life and farming sims, and it's doing it incredibly well. They've truly embraced the space theme, from letting you visit multiple planets to a sentient computer to guide you, and letting you walk on the hull of your ship. Even the stock in the store is limited depending on where in the galaxy you are. It hasn't been afraid to stray from typical farming sim mechanics, and it's infinitely better because of that. This game has its hooks in me, and it's one of the first games I've played in a long while where I don't want to stop playing. If it weren't for needing to cover other games for the channel, I would be playing this game non-stop, and I've still clocked up 30 hours despite that. And I'm not even near the end yet. Next up is Pine Hearts, which reminded me quite a lot of A Short Hike, as you're attempting to scale a mountain in the game, both figuratively and literally. But first you need to complete some quests before you can do so. The devs in Renaissance PR kindly gifted me a copy of this game, although I was already planning to pick it up after playing the demo at WASD. Just like A Short Hike, Pine Hearts looks like any other cute adventure, but actually has a heart-wrenching story hidden beneath its colourful gameplay. In Pine Hearts, you play as Tyke, who recently lost their father and is returning to the Pine Hearts Caravan Park, where they spent their childhood holidays together. As you journey through the park, you'll collect memory droplets, which will bring back memories from Tyke's time with their dad. These scenes are told through a children's hand-drawn style scene, which I did find a little confusing to navigate at times, especially in the later ones. but they help you unlock new tools and abilities, as well as convey the sad story of Tyke's dad's decline. Back at Pine Hearts, Tyke's goal is to reach the top of the mountain, but to do that they'll need to collect everything they need to make the journey. Exploring the campsite and meeting all the quirky characters who are there at the moment was definitely one of the best parts of the game. From the lone camper who is obsessed with proving Bigfoot exists, to the grandma who doesn't realize her son is a raccoon. Despite the serious themes woven through the game, Pine Hearts finds a way to bring joy to the journey as well. From the funny characters to being able to pet the dog as many times as you want, and even just the way Tyke runs with the biggest grin on their face. I will say that one of the drawbacks for me was how easy it was to get lost while running around. There are so many different paths to explore and you have to go back and forth quite a lot, especially when you unlock new tools and need to go back to the first area to use them. This is a sweet game that took me around 4 hours to complete, although I am missing 2 trophies that I may have to go back for in the future. I actually played the demo for this next one 3 times, because I loved it so much and I wanted to show it to all of my friends, so it's no surprise that I adored the full game as well. Duck Detective is a classic noir mystery about a freshly divorced duck who's struggling to stay afloat as a detective. With no money to his name and an addiction to bread, he receives a call that could change everything. Follow Eugene McQuack as he heads on his newest case to investigate the Salami bandit and the missing lunch. Use your powers of deduction to inspect evidence, fill in the blanks, and bust the case wide open in a narrative mystery adventure where nothing is quite as it seems. Compared to other serious detective games where you may investigate a murder or a missing person, Duck Detective is in a similar vein to Frog Detective, where you're investigating something a lot less sinister, in this case, a missing lunch. This is a great indication of what you can expect from Duck Detective: The Secret Salami, which is a light-hearted, humorous mystery game for an affordable price. Considering how cheap this game is, only £8.50 at full price, I was beyond impressed by how great it was. It's fully voice acted, there are a slew of puns to enjoy, and a puzzle-solving mechanic was fun as well. I will note that it's quite a short game and I completed it in just under 2 hours, but it's more than worth the price, and I just hope that this will become a fully fledged series in the future. This has been a big month for the little guys, between Tyke, the Duck Detective, and now a little kitty who's lost in the big city. Going into this game, I knew I'd love it. It gives me the same sort of vibes as Untitled Goose Game, and it's chaos, and that definitely comes through in the gameplay as well. Whether you're tripping up people or stealing slippers or just running around somewhere you shouldn't be, there's a lot of chaotic gameplay in Little Kitty, which makes it even better. I am not a cat owner, as you'll know if you've spent any time on my channel. It's all about my dog Benny, but I still thoroughly enjoyed the game, and if you remember, you can watch the full playthrough, which I've linked above. Little Kitty Big City is one of those perfect games where I was so busy experiencing everything that I could do that I actually lost track of the main quest for a while. I just wanted all the hats, I confess. Every time I got a new hat for my kitty, I was taking a screenshot, and I just loved that that was a thing in the game. After falling out of your apartment window while asleep, the main quest sees you trying to find your way back home. But to do that, you'll need to collect fish to gain strength and level up your climbing abilities. Alongside that, there are so many fun side quests to complete, like a chameleon playing hide and seek, a teleporting raccoon, and a family of ducklings that are having too much fun to go home. The side quests and the characters are really what makes this game so special, and even while spending all my time completing them, I managed to almost finish the game in around 2 hours, which is when this happened. Sadly, I couldn't leave this area and didn't finish the game because of this. While I am sad about the bug, this has been patched now, so you don't need to worry about it. And I'm definitely going to return to this game one day when it's a little further from my memory. This next game is in early access, which does make it a little difficult to review as not all of the content is there. But I'm going to do my best to give my thoughts on the early access state. Starting with the art style, which is adorable. I love how all of the characters are cute animals, including your own character who you can design at the start of the game. The setting and the music are equally lovely, and it creates the perfect wholesome vibe. Now, I didn't know anything about Cozy Caravan before starting the game, except that you had a caravan and everything looked super cute. I was pleasantly surprised by discovering all the different quests I needed to complete, and even happier when I encountered my first market day. There's also collectibles in the form of little frogs who want to make their way home, foraging and cooking, and a number of NPCs to befriend. I never found myself feeling bored or that the game was grindy because there really is so much packed into it. And I was impressed by how much content there is despite it being in early access. However, I did have a few issues with this game, the biggest being the lack of quest log. While exploring the world and speaking to your community, your neighbours will give you hints on people to visit and items to collect for various quests. But there was no way to track all this information in-game. So you're relying on your own memory or a trusty notebook. There was a funny yet frustrating moment in the game where my character and their friend joked about not writing anything down, and I was so annoyed. However, the devs have said that they will be adding a quest log to the game after feedback from the community, which is amazing to hear. This is the great thing about early access, especially when the devs are actively listening to feedback. If you're looking for a new cozy game that's a little bit different with no farming, then you may want to check this one out. I've been looking for a game to fill the hole a little to the left and unpacking left in my life, and I stumbled across this one in a sale a little while ago. I finally decided to try it this month, and it's a nice little game. The shape of things is a relaxing Rubik's Cube-esque puzzle game where you move, rotate, and resize different parts of an object to make it whole again. It really is as simple as it sounds, and there's no timer to add any stress or pressure to the game. As you complete each puzzle, you'll earn coins for the gachapon machine. Each reward from the machine contains a world filled with puzzles for you to complete. I didn't find any of the puzzles particularly difficult, and there were lots of different puzzles to have a go at. Having said that, I wasn't overly attached to the game, and I don't think I'll be going back to it. Some of the puzzles were really picky about you lining up all the pieces exactly right, to the point where I found myself getting a little annoyed because I couldn't work out which piece wanted fixing. As I said earlier, it's a nice game, but it's not the game for me. It might be for you though, so you should definitely check it out if you like what you've seen here. It's been a busy month for new cozy games, and although I haven't played as many new cozy games as I would have liked to this month, I have enjoyed a lot of the ones I did play. How was your May? What cozy games have you been playing, and are there any I haven't had a go at that you think I need to try? Let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you next time. Bye!